So today I'm gonna tell you why I love Mustangs and tell you more about my Mustang. So first time I think I view a Mustang, it was like a lot of people in Smells Like Teen Spirit Nirvana video. Because I start very young to listen to rock music. But I start guitar only in 95, and I think I saw the video in 92. But at the time, I began with a cheap Strat copy, like a lot of you, I think. I didn't see any Mustang in shop in France in the 90s and early 2000. It's only a lot later that I have opportunities to buy one. So, but in the meantime, I discovered surf music with a Pulp Fiction movie and other things. Like I was a fan of the Pixies, and there was something in the Pixies I really liked and discovered it was surf music. But at this moment in the 90s, I didn't know that surf was played with offset guitar. I just knew Kurt Cobain, like Mustangs and Jaguar, and I was a fan of Sonic Youth too, and so I knew about Jazzmaster. But it took me a lot of time to realize that the music I like, indie, grunge and soft music too, it was played with offset guitar, and it's only in 2007 that I bought a Fender Bronco from 76, I think, and I really love this guitar. I toured a lot with this guitar, and but then I was tired of this one because it was white but really yellow, deep yellow with time. And then I bought a Jaguar. Then I bought a Music Master, and only after that I found a Mustang. It was this one I bought in 2011, and I really love it but I have a short scales before, so I knew that short scales was really nice for me. But and I loved my Bronco and Music Master too, but I needed two pickups and a tram, so the Mustang was perfect for me. And it was very surprising at this time that I didn't have one before. because I about 15 years after I start guitar, I only have one. And so the things I really like with this guitar is a short scale neck, like I just said. It's very nice. It seems like easier for everything. But maybe something I can. Sometimes it's quite small too. It's hard to do like this easy bar chord shape, A shape. It's hard to put all the fingers between the frets, but it's okay. And I like the sound of the Mustang too. It's more muffier, muddier than the Jaguar, but there's something more warmer. I don't know about this one, and I prefer the Mustang to the Jaguar. Jaguar have a too thin sound, and it's bigger, it's heavier. So Mustang, I like it because it's very, very light, and it feels, when I stand up, it feels so much better than all of my guitars. Like Jazz Masters are pretty heavy. And the sound, so I have only I have single coils, because as I spoke about grunge, 90s grunge. Kurt Cobain have a double have a humbucker, hot rays on his Mustang. And back in time, after my first Strat copy, I have a Les Paul, because at the time it was I wanted a big sound like everyone. But after, when I was more into surf music, so I realized that single coils are better for this. So I have a Mustang more for the surf sound than the grunge sound. But it's kind of indie guitar too. And something I forgot to say, in the years 2000, I toured a lot, I played a lot in bands, and I saw different bands who play garage music with a Mustang, and with a 65, almost like mine. And so for the region, it's like a surf sound, but with indie culture, and I like the tremolo of Mustangs. It's very very smooth. So now I will spoke about my Mustang, the specs around it. So I bought it in 2011. It was a CIG, a Japanese CIG from the late 90s, but I quickly changed almost everything. So it's only the body our stock, and the pigboard. And it's nice, the pigboard, and this plate. And I changed the neck quickly too, and it's a neck from 65, the vintage one, and it's much better than the Japanese neck, and it feels it's an amazing neck. The finish feels very nice in the hand, and the shape, it's just perfect, and nicely aged. I had it in a great shape, and if you see it's me. I play it so much since 11 years, and it was pristine, except the decal. The decal is in not a great shape. That's why I had it for maybe 150 euros. So in dollars, it will be something. It will be, well, I don't know. It's crazy because nowadays it's double or 3 times this price. And I changed the vibrato unit too. It's much better than the Japanese one. The Japanese one was not as smooth and detune the guitar. It's harder to set up. And this one is just perfect. And the arm, I prefer the shape of a vintage arm than the Japanese one. It goes like this. It's more straight up. And what I changed the pickups several times. Well, I tried hot rays and I tried without pickup, Q pickups, and now I have Q pickups, but it's a Jaguar pickup, but hot Jaguar pickups. They're bigger outputs than the classic Mustang pickups because it's a quiet guitar. But it needs warmer pickup than the 6K vintage Mustang pickup. It's my opinion, but I prefer it with more 8 or 10K output, like this one. It's not something I really like in the Mustang, the small switches. It takes more time to change a position than a toggle switch like Jazzmaster or Strat. I like the middle position. It's the neck pickup and the bridge pickup. Really like the bridge pickup. I'll play something. So my Mustang it's a bit different than it sounds a bit different than the Japanese one. I check a vintage Mustang and it's closer to a real vintage one. I don't know, maybe the neck is more important in the sound, and the paint, the finish is thinner than it was because I mess up a lot since I've got it. So I will show you. I have a Japanese Mustang here, so I will show you the difference between.